Nina.
Oh, I've been having these high school reunion anxiety dreams where I look around and everyone else at all the other tables are all from Park Rose, are all students and people I remember, but they don't really know I exist, and I'm all kind of stressed out because I know I'm going to see them soon. So I think it's like anxiety that I'm going to have to introduce myself to all these people. I suppose I'll have a name tag.
I am going to spend a very exciting 4 days with some high school graduate friends of mine. I don't know where I'm going or who I'm seeing or anything.
I'm nervous.
We were already so different in high school, so I'm sure it's going to be more so now.
Don't you forget about me.
15 of us former classmates will be staying in 2 different houses for 4 days.
It's gonna be different. You know, a lot of these people I've never spent any time with, let alone sleeping over for 4 days.
Wow.
Gorgeous house. That is it.
From my end, I predict that, you know, it should run fairly smooth if I have anything to do with it.
2 houses.
1 weekend.
And a 10-year high school reunion.
God help us all.
There's the old alma mater. Oh, God. I haven't driven back here, honestly, in close to 10 years. Right on top of this awning, we hoisted a Volkswagen Bug. Right here. Right over the old Park Rose High School sign.
Hey, who are we going to get?
Amy Grigsby. I know Amy.
Long black hair, right?
Yeah.
Of all people to come pick me up, Joey Burks and Anine Wormwood, who couldn't be from more totally different groups. Anine was a stoner. And Joey was a jock.
2 women in my car. You're trapped out.
I couldn't have envisioned in high school being married to Robin. It was sort of a dream back then. I carried a crush for that woman all the way through high school and never acted upon it.
He was a good friend. I just remember he was little Danny Blue.
You know, I wrote this thing in her yearbook about how someday we would be married. I've always felt that there's something there. It just was never the right timing for us. But I knew it was going to happen all along. Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, hi, Robin.
Any opportunity I had to laugh, I did it. Voted class clown, so that pretty much sums it up right there.
We all were really good friends in school.
Our group of friends was a clique. I guess you would call them the popular people.
Chris!
We were that group. What are you talking about, man? We were the #1 on the ladder.
I knew there was something special about our group, and I'd like to be able to get that back, especially with Chris Kenny. Chris Kenny and I were really close friends.
Sometimes I think it would just be easier to ignore all of them. When I look back, I'm disappointed that I was personally so caught up in the social scene.
How are you?
I was a little uncomfortable when he came up.
I'll take a beer in there.
Chris Kenny and Robin Holly are literally like brothers and sisters. They grew up about 4 houses away from each other.
Chris Kenny probably was my best friend.
When Robin and I started going out, Chris got jealous, you know, basically.
Because they seem to be ignoring my friendship with each of them.
He hurt me more than anyone could. He lost my trust and friendship at that point.
It could easily come up again and the whole thing could explode.
So, Amy, we were wondering, did you graduate with us?
I didn't graduate with you.
What happened?
I decided that I was going to go to Grant, and I went to Grant for the remaining years of high school.
All right.
Okay, it's right there.
Geez, good thing I didn't bring my other suitcase. Somebody's here, let's go see, come on. Oh my God! Hey!
Hey, they got a trampoline.
Oh my God!
You guys want to go?
I was in high school when I walked in there. Robin, as soon as I saw her, I was like, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Robin and I dated each other, you know, and we were really close friends.
We hugged once.
There was a little bit of nervousness with Amy.
Very weird.
Her years at high school were not really good ones.
Boys started rumors about her.
I think there was a incredible anxiety level, and people were really trying to refrain from just losing it. Oh, man.
Hey, I bet that's the other house. Someone's moving in.
Hello. After myself, Don Foss came in. I had a big sigh of relief.
Glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here.
I was really, really glad that she was there with me.
Wow, something else just popped in my head when I looked over. Right there at that awning right there, I kissed Julie Evans, my high school sweetheart, and she passed a Jolly Rancher by a mouth. Never forget that. It's a grape Jolly Rancher.
Ken and I, we've had this like ongoing romance, or had. Ooh, almost let that out of the bag. Had this ongoing romance for from 7th grade to like our freshman or sophomore year of college.
She was definitely going to be my wife, and we were gonna settle down and have kids someday, I guess.
We had that chemistry that just you don't find with people.
No, What's up? I was hoping I'd see killer pad. Are you the only one here?
No, there's one other person here.
Oh my god. What are you doing? Cool.
What are you doing?
Oh, hanging out. I'm glad you two are here. This is killer. I'm really glad you two.
This is like the ultimate picture.
It's ripped down the middle. It's so perfect.
You probably bought that, didn't you? Oh my god. Yeah, because you ripped it.
And it's so appropriate because it was such a.
I love it.
I can't believe you still have that.
This is my yearbook from my sophomore year. As you can see, I was kind of bitter. I drew on just about every single person in here and gave them my own names. Just about everybody has been drawn on. There's my best friend, Marilyn. There's my picture. I'm pretty much non-existent. I completely scribbled myself out. I was extremely shy, quite a bit shorter and heavier. I walked with a cane for the first couple of years because I had hip surgery, congenital hip defect, so I was pretty bummed out about it. Since high school, I modeled for 8 years. Right now, I'm working as a bartender part-time, and I'm also a freelance art director and stylist for music videos. I wonder if my classmates will recognize the new Marn. I was really excited to see Marilyn because I only get to see her at Christmas, and it's usually for a brief couple of hours. Marilyn and I have been like oldest best friends since 7th grade.
Did you get my message? I left one of my suitcases at home. This has been like the worst day of my life.
So Lauren and I both felt like we were oddballs amidst everyone else at Park Rose. They thought we were weird and didn't fit in, and we felt like we were weird and didn't fit in, so we felt like it was us against pretty much the rest of the school.
Let's go harass this cat.
And we took a cab downtown to a cafe, and we met Mike Keller there.
How are you doing?
All right. Good to see you.
Wow.
I admired Mike Keller because he had like bi-level hairstyles, and he was kind of new wave.
The kind of look that a lot of mothers are afraid of, you know?
We were terrified that we were gonna have to meet some huge jock.
Well, maybe it'll just be us three, and we can just have a nice quiet weekend togetger. Wouldn't that be fun?
Right.
Oh my God, there's Kearney.
Oh my God.
Yes!
See you forever.
Dawn and Scott and Kent and I, we did a lot of stuff together. We went out on double dates together, get really drunk together, fought together.
So I guess I'm gonna follow you guys.
Okay, see you there.
Did you dress up for the event, or is that the outfit you're wearing to the reunion? Ah, shit. Cool, you brought a football.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a ball in the house.
I'm a little nervous to see the other students and how they'll perceive me now.
Those are the yearbooks. Be careful with those.
But in the corner of my eye, I saw Kent and Scott moving in, and I was like, oh, here we go.
When I saw Kent and Scott, I was wondering what it would be like spending a weekend with the jocks.
So we go up the stairs, the three of us, and I was pretty nervous because I didn't know who we were going to be living with.
Look at cool.
How are you? Where do we put our stuff? Sit down or...
Rooms are upstairs. You can go ahead and run up there and... Wow. No way. It's not Mike.
What's going on?
Oh my God!
What's up?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. I know. I'll give you a kiss. How are you?
come together.
No, I
Right together?
We followed. We were in a cab.
Earlier, yeah. Wow.
Cool. Oh my God. Now,
Marnie.
yeah,
Every Marnie.
yeah.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
I didn't know who they were in the very beginning. I had no idea who Marn was. No idea. That was the biggest blow to my mind, seeing Marn and who she is now. I could not believe it was her when she said her name.
Oh my Lord. Right on.
Kent Kowalski.
You got another steroid shot?
Party's here. Oh my God, how are you?
I'm good.
Right on.
Wow. He's all excited, and I immediately thought he was going to hit me in the face with the ball.
Marn, yes, has definitely changed.
She's fab. She's like the woman.
Because she was nothing like that in high school. I mean, absolutely nothing. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Go upstairs.
Okay.
Check it out.
go upstairs. Yeah. Actually,
It's not a bad pad. All right.
And what do we do? Rochambeau for rooms.
Okay, let's go look at the rooms. We've got 2 beds that are doubles.
Dig it.
I think we'd be together.
Who's ironing?
Joe, you and me, red room.
Red room. Okay. I'm getting my stuff.
Shoot. Good one. You get the room without the closet.
Am I married?
Not yet.
Me neither.
This August.
I'm supposed to be getting married in August.
you are getting married in August.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really? Yes. Finally. God.
Yep.
Be good to her, please.
Feeling some history coming out.
Yeah. Julie and I were very off the cuff, spur of the moment, spontaneous.
Oh, it was the best sex I ever had in my entire life. Just kidding. Not.
She was a great gal. I wouldn't trade her for the world.
But there's plenty of room in here.
Okay.
Look, I'll show you what I brought.
For Saturday night, you mean?
Yeah. I genuinely... What are you going to wear?
I have a dress.
A dress that you're like...
Those are all dresses?
Those are all dresses.
I had brought several dresses for the reunion.
So you don't know what one you're gonna wear?
No.
Can I help pick?
This is gorgeous. I got this dress. I had absolutely nothing to do with it, but I put it on and it was like, oh, God. I gotta take it home.
You're wearing a tux?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Got a really cool vest to go with that one.
Cool.
Want to go pick it up tomorrow with me?
Where is it going to be? Where's it at?
Cromwell's.
Wait, oh, yeah, that's close by. I think that's easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk
cool.
down there, I think.
Yeah.
She's grown up a lot since the last time I saw her, no question.
Well, no, I can whip out
We should
some.
have like a group meeting so we can decide what we're going to cook for dinner.
Well, shoot, I can whip up some pina coladas if you guys are up for a couple pina coladas before we head out anywhere.
That's a good start.
Where's the blender? That'll break the ice. Oh, she got the blender. Well, I thought we'd have a toast to start out this little adventure.
When we first got to the house, I knew there'd be a lot of garbage, and I thought we could do some recycling.
What's this we? You just get back to France? I throw that in the garbage.
Okay, what can be recycled? This piece? Yeah.
Everything was my way. In my house, we do this.
I kind of like to have my life organized, and I like to be in charge of things. I coordinate recycling shelters for the city of Portland. What we're doing is the grunt work in the environmental movement.
She's gonna give you a little medal of honor when you're done.
Do I win the recycling award now?
She was very much a Soch.
Miss Popular, Miss Never Do Anything Wrong, Miss Never Break a Rule.
Are you done with your strawberry smoothie?
The Soches did tend to kind of take over and wanted to be like high school and be running things again.
What am I recycling this too?
The Socias were the ones who organized the reunion.
I was co-president of the senior class, so here I am today, kind of going nuts over this 10-year reunion.
We planned the 5-year also at a park, and we had lots of complaints about how it was organized. But I don't know who would do it if it wasn't us.
To 10 years, huh?
Wait, Robin,
You
put
look
your egg
good.
down.
You look good for 10 years.
The only thing I need to know, and I know this is personal, but I want to look at the ring on your nose. Do you have a back on it? Mm-hmm. And can you take it out? And
Is there like crusty boogers all over it, or?
I didn't ask about boogers. I just asked about the ring.
How did they do that? Did they put like an ice cube in your nose to
I
numb
did
it?
it. Who? What?
You did it?
Of course I
So
did.
did you numb it with
Oh,
ice?
sure. She just took a pin and like took it right on
You
through.
think?
Really, I mean, to what guys would say, it was nice-looking girls. Anyway,
I'm gonna be your roomie.
I still think it's a lot more fun, make a lot more interesting. We'll co-ed.
Oh, dude, shut the hell up.
I'm serious.
We're not going co-ed. You want to get married in August, right?
Think about what you're saying, Bubba.
Oh, I'm only human.
You're only a hormone, is what you are. Oh man, I don't want anyone to see my yearbook. They're gonna freeze. Oh, you wanna look at it? You can look at it. I'm sure I defaced you. Oh, this is public disclaimer. I defaced every single student in the entire school and wrote captions and comments because I was really bitter. Where's our class? Here we go.
There we are.
This is our whole class. You're in there. Look, there you are, New Wave in 84.
Oh, yeah, right.
You gotta see this guy. There's another guy there that's written this way.
Everyone has butt teeth.
It's awesome.
Oh, wow. Hey,
What's up?
what are you doing? Look at your
I can't remember. I have, like, no memory. I mean, did we, like, ever talk?
I don't think so.
Did we ever talk? How sad.
Look at that one. Oh my god!
Nice hair.
That's what you remember.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not, it's me, it's my hair.
You're cute,
Look at my cheeks are so fat, they're shining.
You're gonna blow everybody's mind.
Dog.
Scott Kearney hating my guts. Surprised he didn't take me out a couple times. He just didn't understand. He just had the jock mentality. I always got the vibes of like, you know, I'm this big buff guy and we're gonna gang up on you one of these days.
You start trying to bet me in a minute?
I was really afraid of the jocks at Kent Kowalski.
Whoa.
Whoa!
So this is where you guys are hanging out?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a girl talk.
Oh, well, so are we.
Yep. Yep. Where'd you guys go?
Hoops.
Hoops. That's usual wrong. Kent Kowalski. I remember I was doing kind of lewd, obnoxious things in class, and I have this really juvenile sense of humor, so I always thought he was pretty funny.
Marn, I'm sorry. I have to stop calling you Marnie.
Yeah, why?
You know what? In high school, everyone, I know, but that was never my name.
Well, why didn't you tell us?
Because I was too shy. They beat me up.
She was really afraid of you.
I was afraid of you.
Bubba.
You were afraid of me? Really?
I was just so shy. I was afraid of everybody. I was totally afraid of boys. All of that has completely changed.
Look at that picture. I mean, seriously, she is a gorgeous woman. I'm horny.
What?
I am, man.
Kent is just so the same.
Can you model for us later? For me, anyway?
Private.
Yeah.
Vitamins. Hey, I'm still a geek just because I.
You know what? You and I were both geeks back then.
You were always telling jokes in class. I remember you
I was always getting in
cracking me up. I know, but I thought it was so funny.
I was always getting in trouble in
I
class.
was into it.
Look at me, man.
Am I gonna have to crack the whip here? Where are we going? Let's go.
Crack the whip.
Let's go somewhere new. Can you see? Here. Here.
Bug eyes.
Are we all grabbing shades?
Yes.
I know exactly what I need.
What are you eating over there?
These are so good.
I'm gonna be head chef.
Come on.
I don't think we need that. Where are we going, Marilyn? Where in the heck is the beer around this joint? You know, we may want to get a quick linger. Am I the only one getting beer? Okay, this is the test of your cardiovascular fitness. Everybody take a heartbeat count.
Go.
It's gotta be
Stop. Just 10 seconds.
times by 6.
10 times 6.
Everybody at 14 or above?
Wait. 24.
Ooh, you're out of shape there, sweetheart.
got chicken, we've got pasta, we've got pasta sauce.
What are you cooking up?
I'm cooking up a
She's
big meal.
cooking. I'm chopping. How do you want me to chop?
I was very uncomfortable. I can tell you, feeling a lot of feelings that I probably hadn't felt in a long time, and my meditation was fixing dinner for everyone.
I know I should probably help you guys, but I'm not gonna. That's $1 million pepper.
But we're sauteing them, dear heart.
I know.
Angel,
How do you
face,
want 'em?
boo-boo kitten.
I got a little sick of Amy at times because she would get so concerned over little things. So you want them smaller, but not real small.
Not real small.
I ain't never worked with no woman like you, boy.
She's a slide driver. No, I hope your size is matching hers
Because I don't want to get short.
apparently her years at high school were not really good ones, and some of her memories about it were kind of yucky. I don't know if I really feel like she's at peace with herself.
Well, then I'm turning off. See him off.
Amy Grigsby, somebody with a huge amount of insecurities.
I think she was really ostracized by the students, totally unfairly.
Watch her put 2 full sticks of butter in the preparation.
You guys like to eat?
Yes, and I like fat.
Then
so
don't
give me
question
fat.
what goes in it. Is that everybody? Is this everybody?
And to Amy for her excellent.
She whipped up some big old huge, sort of like a Better Homes and Gardens dinner. This is a vibrant color chicken.
I got a meal in front of me. I didn't have to make it. It was a great tasting meal. What more needs to be said?
Joe secretly wishes he was having top ramen. That's another matter.
Chris Kenny is always needling people. That's kind of his dry kind of a humor, so.
Joe.
What?
Admit it. Top ramen's good.
One of the first games that came about was tell me what you were most embarrassed about in high school.
And he like crammed his hand up my shirt and grabbed my boob.
He always had
And everybody watched it, and I was so embarrassed because he wouldn't let go of it.
I think Chris Kinney was pushing things just a little too much, trying to prompt people into saying things.
You're in line for the next story.
I don't have any stories.
And I'm waiting for it to get to be my turn, and I'm waiting for it to get to me.
I think we've all had enough curry, huh?
God, I'm hoping my old insecurities don't surface. I am hoping I'm the strong person that I think I am right now.
Welcome to a world of wealth and privilege where everything is included in the price of admission. Murder.
It's about your husband, man.
Blackmail.
He's gonna say it was all my idea.
Obsession.
I'm watching you.
Revenge. Halle Berry. The rich man's wife.
Don't push me.
Rated R. Starts Friday, September 13th.
When you make a great meal like any of these, you're not only creating a dinner befitting this great American holiday, you're doing so in just about no time at all. Which does, of course, leave the rest of the day for things you enjoy more than cooking. Like, for instance, eating beef. It's what's for dinner.
Introducing new Handy Snacks Cookie Jammers, a delicious combination of crunchy checkerboard cookies, 25% real strawberry fruit spread, and that famous little red stick. Life with kids is a trip. Pack accordingly. New Cookie Jammers from Handy Snacks. On-the-go snacks that stop kids in their tracks.
Your hair is hiding something. Everyday buildup can make it appear dull, unhealthy. But Pantene unveils its hidden shine with Pro V Daily Clarifying Shampoo. It deep cleans gently. This clear provitamin formula lifts away residue, revealing health, shine, every time you use it. Daily Clarifying Shampoo from Pantene Pro V. For hair so healthy, it shines. It's a clean start every day.
It's a taste of the uncommon, freshness of its beef. It's spicy, crunchy, totally unique. There's nothing ordinary about it. Taco Bell.
Forget the ordinary. Now at Taco Bell, choose from 8 delicious extreme value combos, starting at just $1.99.
Let's head for the border, people. See what's cooking there. There's nothing ordinary about it. Taco Bell.
5 Saturday nights, 5 bodies.
In the world of criminal investigation, you're their last hope. You can see beyond what's real, reason the unexplained. You're a profiler.
I just picture it happening.
Saturdays, step into the unknown.
He wanted us to find her.
To find the criminal.
We're up against the wall on this.
Before he finds you.
What are you not telling me?
Who's she hiding?
No one can know who I am.
Profiler, NBC Saturday in 3 weeks.
To have another baby, she'll create a bizarre game of hypnotic control.
I will get pregnant again.
It's a mind-blowing week on Days of Our Lives.
In 63, a child genius was placed in the center to live forever.
He's already demonstrating more talent than any of our others.
In 96, he'll escape.
He's a pretender.
I can be anything I want to be.
Thinks he is some kind of vigilante, getting even for the little guy.
A new hero is out there.
I am not going to be your little science experiment anymore.
The center wants him alive.
Preferably.
Saturdays this fall, the masquerade begins.
You a doctor?
I am today.
The Pretender, NBC Saturdays this fall.
I thought I had what it took to become a fair pitcher in the major leagues. I blew my rotator's cuff out after my first year of college. To this day, I can't even watch a baseball game without going, I would have thrown that pitch.
I can't believe I've worked at Safeway for 10 years. Look at how that comes right out of the pan, huh? I'm not a book person. That's, I think, why I'm in the job that I'm in, because I'm a hands-on, working man kind of a person.
Wrestling is a pure sport and it mirrors life. And if you can master wrestling, you can do just about anything you want. And that's really become a passion is coaching and getting back involved with wrestling and working out and running and lifting weights and getting training.
Over the last 4 years, I went back to college at George Fox College in Newburgh, Oregon, and I'm a business major, and I'm graduating the same day as the reunion dinner. So I have to run down there, graduate, and then go to reunion dinner.
That is so great, Mike.
Finally, a lot of hard work, man.
To have my own massage therapy practice is a dream come true for me. I finally got around to going to school, got my license, and now I have a practice at the Holistic Health Clinic.
Yeah. So, Martin, did you ever have one of those love-hate relationships?
We did not love-hate. That is not true.
Okay, then.
Okay. Julie and I came extremely close to getting married. Closer than I care to remember. That's kind of a scary thought.
I don't think that people perceived us as being like the healthy couple that's gonna make it in life.
She's driving around, she's got things going.
And Walsky cheated on me with her, too. you know, I should hate you. I did
not cheat on you with her. How do you know that? That is not true. Scott,
You were with him.
How when?
You were with him, too. What? Oh, my God, we're all guilty. You, Debbie.
I was supposed to have been there. It never happened.
You, Debbie. You, Michelle. And don't even look at me. Don't even.
Never cheated on you before in my life.
Oh, strike you down.
What was that guy's name? Pat.
That was so. Oh, that was to retaliate.
Hey, 2 wrongs make a right in my book.
No, it was a mistake, but you're an ass. So it made me feel better.
I mean, he broke my heart. I broke his heart too, I think, a couple of times, so.
Yeah, the way I look at it is, you know, if you have time off, might as well go out. Yeah.
Dan and Robin suggested that we go dancing.
I like to go to the Panorama, that's fun.
I said, what's the Panorama? And he said, it's a gay bar.
Portland's premier dance joint.
Guys, I'm not going to the Panorama.
You just did that. All of a sudden, it became this huge issue that Joey didn't want to go dancing.
It doesn't matter to me.
Nobody's laughing.
I am not a person that wants to go to the Panorama.
Why?
Because there's a bunch of faggots there, cross-dressing people, and I don't listen.
Let's take Joe to the Panorama right now.
No, I'm not going to the Panorama. You guys are more than welcome to go. It was weird because there were 5 people that were real prominent in high school together, and I was the jock out of a completely different group. I was ganged up on.
Does that offend you? Does it offend you?
It doesn't offend me. Okay. You know what? I'm not a bigot.
Judging somebody else on...
No, because I'm opting not to go there.
I really think he asked for it. We antagonized him, but he just gets so riled up, his chest barrels out, and he just gets very fired up about the issue.
What do you think people are having sex everywhere?
Robin and I dated each other, you know, and we were really close friends, but Robin is a completely different Robin.
We're having a little bit of fun with Joe, that's all.
They molded my whole weekend. I was on the defensive for the next 3 days. I don't even want you guys.
If I met him on the street,
You'd hate him.
yeah.
I can say that I fundamentally disagree with almost his entire way of thinking. The only thing that we have to relate to is the fact that we went to school together.
Listen, Joe, I'm not offended. If that's what you
Well,
feel,
you don't
that's
have
fine.
to justify.
Well, I don't.
Nobody's pissed off or mad or anything.
I'm not saying they are.
Joe, we're just gonna go shoot pool, really.
That's what I thought.
We're going to the pool place right now. Let's go.
Who would have ever thought that 10 years from high school we'd be sitting at a table eating dinner?
No way. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, no doubt. Here's to you, Jules.
Here's you, Bubba.
Here's to all the good times.
Eating food was the easiest way to get to know each other. As long as we could be opening and closing the fridge or working on some project of eating, then everybody was pretty relaxed.
You are bad. I know you made fun of me.
I most certainly did not. You don't remember me making contact with you and saying, hi, Marilyn, how you doing, or whatever? I do.
I remember guys like you grabbing their at me in the hall going, you want it, baby, you know it. And that's why I was so afraid of all these guys.
I didn't know how to react to that. I didn't, because I really don't remember doing that. And even if I didn't, I must have done something that made her perceive that.
Actually, I wrote a comic strip
Well, then
about
I owe you an apology because I certainly didn't want to portray myself.
I think kids in high school are extremely judgmental because everyone is searching to figure out who they are, and even the popular kids have their own self-esteem problems where they don't feel quite right or like they fit in.
I was certainly not what you'd call in with the in crowd.
Sure.
No.
You were too. Always.
It might have seemed like that, but there's a lot of times that I was kind of the outcast. I'm not kidding you.
Who's the outcast here?
Who was? I was. Oh, man.
And they're so narrow-minded out there back then. If you didn't play football or wrestled and wore cowboy boots, you know, you're gay.
And I think out of that conflict comes these really unsure kids are really unsure of themselves.
You and I always got along, I thought.
She was scared of you, okay? You're being bullied.
What it taught me about life was how people can be so cold or cold-hearted just by the appearance of someone. So, Scott, were you wanting to kick my ass senior year? No? I always thought that.
I always liked you thinking that, though.
That's what I figured.
What do you mean? Why'd you ask that?
Because he was different. We had to.
You had to normalize him.
Yeah, we had to beat him down a little bit. But didn't you have makeup on and stuff? Or
I had eyeliner.
That was hard on me. That was hard on me. You seem so normal now, is the thing. You seem so squared away.
I'm the same. I'm the same as I was then.
I'm much better now, though.
Scott's grown up some, but it's always nice to hear him say things that prove it.
Scott and I started dating when we were 16. We dated all through high school until we were 22.
I was a lousy boyfriend. Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
We loved each other and we fought with each other so much. It was a very physical relationship.
Well, everything was physical in high school because for me, man, if it didn't pass through my fingers, man, I didn't know what it was.
That's the relationship that produced my son, Zachary.
Having Zach taught me a lot, and I hope I can teach him as much as he taught me. But he's a really good kid. He's a good kid.
I'm gonna get you, Kara.
But I was an immature jerk, and she hit the road, I guess.
Hey, good night, guys.
Good night. Bye, Scotty.
No prisoners, man.
No prisoner. Okay, please.
Hey, you guys winning? All right, we'll take that. Side fucking drop that.
You have this totally stark opinion about me that I'm just like this bad guy walking around just going, he's.
I've seen you do it. Even in high school, he always had this arrogance about him.
You cannot say that because you've not been around me for the last 3 years at all. You do not know who I am anymore.
At the time that Dan and I started dating, I was like on cloud 9. I said, I know this is the person I'm gonna marry. I just knew.
Great. That's great that it worked out for you guys. Storybook deal, but I don't see any cosmic significance to it.
Maybe Chris Kenny felt a little left out of the whole situation.
So I wrote Dan a letter.
There was some language like he was warning me about her not fitting his idea of who's a good person for me.
You know, she'd had a lot of boyfriends. I felt like she was just sort of bumping from one relationship to the next. And so I was worried a little bit that maybe she was doing the same thing with Dan. I was critical, and I told him so. And what he did was he then showed it to her, which I thought was a really bad decision.
I was at a complete low, and then, you know, my friend backstabs me.
What I said in the letter was out of outrage that I've spent 5 years trying to reconcile. I would like for nothing more than for us to be friends like we were then.
How could I treat our friendship the way it was before? I don't think I can trust you.
It seems like there's nothing I can do. There's not, I mean, I could like climb Mount Everest naked, put a flag up there with your name on it, and that wouldn't be, I mean, there's nothing.
I know, because it hurt me so much.
Well,
I mean, you don't seem to understand that.
No, I do. You and I were like brother and sister, and, you know, and I really miss that. I mean,
I looked over and I saw that Chris and Robin were having their talk, and I figured, well, you know, if the topic's open, I might as well step in.
I am not gonna...
Chris,
Carey, and I, we were buds. I think our friendships now took total opposite paths.
I have 2 jobs and I'm in school full time, so it's really tough and stressful, but it's exciting.
Record low BP. Because I thought I was great, because I went straight through college 4 years, and I think Chris just thought that I was beyond our friendship.
He would make judgments about me being Mr. Blue Collar guy.
you always joked about Chris and him being a construction worker.
But was I the only one who joked about that?
Sometimes it was really pointed and, you know, like hurtful.
That would somehow make you feel better. If I say, oh yeah, Chris, 5 years ago I thought you were just a blue-collar guy. But does that take away from the fact that we were best friends in high school or that I care about you?
Okay, so what's the reason we're talking about this? The reason is we want to know why we're not good friends like we used to be.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Dan was like feeling like we were picking on him, and he said, let it go.
He wants to get it back. He wants to, like...
Well, what did he say, Dan? He said he admitted it, but he didn't ever say he was sorry.
So what do you want to solve this? And, I mean, is there ever a point that you're going to reach to solve the problem?
From my perspective, I could care less at this point. Because
It's like you have to either decide, are you going to accept Chris Kenny for who he is?
Or not.
I just can't really totally cop out. I don't want to burn bridges because the bridges were built on good times and good memories. I am sorry if I ever hurt you guys, and I think we all make mistakes. And I think that if you guys truly care about me like I care about you, that you would find it in your selves to forgive me. And if you don't, then you're just as bad as what you're saying I was like.
Just because you wear lipstick doesn't mean he has to.
Revlon creates Color Stay. Color that stays on your lips hour after hour.
And won't kiss off on him.
Revlon Color Stay. Let it set, it wears for hours.
Because a woman should always make her mark, but not with her lipstick.
Revolutionary Color Stay lip color.
Revlon. In some places, this isn't a big family. It's a small town. And it's not so easy to please everyone. It's a good thing we got Prime Star. With up to 95 channels in digital picture and sound, it is a cornucopia of viewing possibilities. And the big guy? I haven't seen him this happy in years. He didn't have to buy the dish. Prime Star is a service, so there's no equipment to buy. And it all starts at about $1 a day. Enjoy.
For the best value in satellite TV, call 1-800-PRIME-STAR or visit your local Radio Shack.
Introducing the new Acura 3.5 RL luxury sedan. We gave it extraordinary low-end torque for responsiveness. We gave it the longest wheelbase in its class for stability and interior space. And when you get it on the road, you'll swear we also gave it dancing lessons.
Hey, my birthday's not on the calendar.
I know when your birthday is.
No minced vegetables in this sauce.
Wait, did Mama give you this?
Did Mama give you this too?
Whole pieces of green peppers rubbing elbows with plump mushrooms.
You know, very ready.
You won't have to search for the chunks. They'll find you. When it comes to vegetables, this ragu sauce has something to say. If it could ever get a word in edgewise.
This is nice. You got sauce on your lip. Thanks.
Ragu, never a dull moment.
It's a taste of the uncommon freshness of its beef. It's spicy, crunchy, totally unique. There's nothing ordinary about it. Taco Bell.
Forget the ordinary. Now at Taco Bell, choose from 8 delicious extreme value combos, starting at just $1.99.
Let's head for the border, people. See what's cooking there. There's nothing ordinary about it. Taco Bell.
Class Reunion will return in a moment on NBC.
Dateline Sunday, Hot Pursuit, a high-speed game of cat and mouse. But wait a minute, this isn't a game, it's real, and so are the victims.
I talked to him until he died.
Is catching the bad guys worth the risk?
That's the real world.
Why don't people just stop? Watch Dateline now on Sunday on NBC.
When pain strikes, get deep penetrating relief with Flexall 454, the fast-acting, long-lasting, pain-relieving gel. Flexall.
Mud presents 3 spa treatment masks. C, Aloe, and Original. Mud lifts out oils and removes old skin so your skin can breathe. Pamper yourself with Mud.
Up to 90% of women get PMS. Creams and PMS relieves irritability, bloating, headaches, cramps. Get relief for the period before your period. Creams and PMS.
See it, inspect it, take it home today. Oak Express is the place to buy solid oak dining tables. The 60-inch solid oak Sherwood is only $2.99. The solid oak Bordeaux with carved legs is $5.89. Or the solid oak Stafford, which extends to 96 inches, is just $5.99. Quality oak at near wholesale prices. That's Oak Express. Conveniently located, 1010 East Kimberly, next to Big Sur Waterbeds in Davenport.
As the Quad Cities continues to grow and change, new challenges and new questions continue to emerge. You'll find these key local issues debated and brought into sharper focus on KWQC TV6 In Focus, hosted by Marcia Lenz.
It doesn't get as much attention as the BICS or the Race for the Cure, but the annual Crop Walk serves a very important purpose. Details on the next In Focus with Marcia Lenz.
The Quad Cities' most watched news team tonight at 10.
We kind of had some quiet time in the morning before everyone got up because we were both up really early.
Move it out
want to build another bedroom on. And
We need like a sanity room. This is cool. Everyone that just completely tore me a new one the night before is all in bed. I kind of like this. I started carrying on a conversation with Aneen, and I never carried on a conversation with Aneen.
I'm like this all the time, Joe. You know that. In school, he was a jock, and frankly, he was kind of mean. He was kind of a butthead, you know, kind of like teenage guys are.
So my wife was at work. I ripped everything out of the bathroom.
Right then and there. He's very involved in his family and loves his wife and children very much, and I was very surprised. I didn't expect that from him. After everyone else started waking up, you know, it was different.
Oh, you guys are so loud.
We don't really care. 9 o'clock.
Were you one of the people up at 7?
No, hell no.
Oh my God.
Scott and I were always the first ones up in the morning. I had no idea what I would talk about with Scott.
So did I talk to you ever?
I doubt it.
Sometimes not saying anything at all is okay.
After high school, I got my bachelor's degree in chemistry, and then I went to Penn State, where I'm currently pursuing my PhD. He's a lot like me in some ways. He was pretty quiet in front of the whole group, but once you got him one-on-one, then he was talkative. He's a coach for high school wrestling, and he's really concerned about being a good role model for the kids.
I don't know if we actually talked, but it was so quiet and so different that I really liked it, and it felt really good.
Yeah.
Robin can't get the height.
Oh, God.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Oh, no! No! You animal!
You're so, like, wild and untamed. Yeah, I'm exhausted watching you guys.
Go, Chris! Oh, that's so nice!
I definitely need to be going constantly, having a wonderful husband and being comfortable as a mom, being successful as a career woman. I think I just have an addiction to stress.
Whoa! Get that!
Email will be starting in
Oh, I'm tired.
Orange donuts. Like a special joy. Right, thank you.
How'd you get this number? Well, I was going to. No, it's just...
Busted!
What's going on?
You know, go into another room.
Why?
Hi, Kristen.
She says hi, Kristen.
You wanna play ball with Kent?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
What are you guys out here? Hey, man, we're
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Great. Look, there's me, Kearney, Dawn, Marn, Lucas. I don't know who that is. You will. She looks totally different. I don't even know who she was to begin with. Yes, you will.
Oh, yeah!
I was thinking of looking for a new shirt and tie. So I got my high school reunion coming up.
I'm gonna do a makeover.
Oh, how cute.
What do you think, Dawn, with the hat?
Yeah, that's you.
This fellow.
So have you decided how you're gonna wear your hair at the reunion?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
You're gonna put it in rollers or something? Get it nice and full?
That's a good City of Roses tie.
Yeah.
Spin, baby. Oh, cool.
What?
We had a fishbowl game that seemed to stump everybody, and the rules weren't that hard, but we all kept reading the rules over and over again as if there was some hidden clue as to how to make the game easier.
Mr. Man.
Mrs. Woolman.
Sit down so you can be humiliated.
It was one of those kind of games that I don't like very much. One of those kind of share things where you gotta like tell your emotions and all that stuff.
Scott, who do you least want to see at the reunion and why? Who do you least?
Who's somebody that you wouldn't mind not seeing?
She's here.
They're both writing.
They're all writing. Oh my God.
Better hurry. Anine, they're all in sync. Are you writing?
Just
writing.
Writing.
Stop it.
I'm good.
It made me uncomfortable when we kind of started, game playing. And I wasn't ready to just jump in the middle of things.
When did you lose your virginity? Where and with whom? Okay, Chris, your turn.
In high school, the thing that I wish was that might have been different was that everybody that I knew was getting except me.
Chris. Yeah.
Never knew her name.
What?
In fact, I was going at it, and somebody was knocking on the door, and they were going, Heidi! Heidi! So I stopped and I said, I think somebody's calling you. And she looks up at me and she goes, my name's not Heidi. Game over.
Amy, does Park Rose suck?
Do you want me to be brutally honest?
Yeah.
No, back then I was really frustrated. I was really frustrated with how well people knew each other and what a rut everybody was stuck in. That's not bad, but back then it was intimidating.
You were, however, very much a part of the whole loop here.
See, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe
and
you didn't think that about, but listen, they thought about you, so what's that?
You thought I fit in. I guess I did kind of have a choice to be a social, but I chose not to. I chose to go to the opposite extreme of that.
Amy, she's sort of crying out to be accepted. She kind of has a chip on her shoulder.
I'm gonna have to not bring that.
SK. You ready, Scott? If you could change one thing about yourself from high school, what would it be?
Good question.
SK?
I think that I would be more tolerant of other people and other people's differences in other people. I think some of the greatest people I've met as an adult have been people that had or still have different views than I have. I mean, Keller is a perfect example. I mean, he was just too difficult for me to deal with, and he turns out to be just a great guy, and I think that's neat.
Cool.
Right on, brother.
Cool.
That's cool, though. That's cool.
Very touching.
No question.
I was way past high school, even in high school.
Right.
Good, like you should have been.
Teenagers are particularly cruel and degrading people. I've always been really hurt by it. I've always been really quiet about it.
We started talking about Amy's reputation because that was like the last memory I had of Amy.
And that reputation was that she was a slut.
I mean, we're hearing
You were hearing it
everything
from
that
first
anybody
person.
could ever come up
I know.
with about those things.
She was always trying to fight off the reputation, and yet it just stuck to her like glue.
You listened to what people said about you?
Absolutely. It's funny to have had to have dealt with something so heavily deep rooted in a person's being so early on. It's taken me years to deal. Do you have any idea what I put up with? And I was ridiculed, and I was tormented. My parents, this, that, and the other thing, I didn't tell my parents. My parents still don't know. And if I were to truly speak how I really felt,
I love my new hair color, but it needs special care. That's why my Vive is Color Vive by L'Oreal.
Color Vive shampoo and conditioner has a UV filter. It keeps your color truer, longer.
It helps my hair look and feel like the first day I colored it. Maybe better. Color Vive keeps my color truer, longer. My Vive, Color Vive by L'Oreal.
Color Vive means color care.
Vive means life.
Wendy's 99-cent super value menu has the food you like to eat. Our chicken nuggets are all white meat. Salads are made fresh, and Junior Bacon cheeseburgers with 2 strips of bacon are made when you order them. With Wendy's 99-cent super value menu,
you get exactly what you want.
You know, heartburn medicines have been around for years. First came Tagamet, then Zantac, then Pepcid. But the newest, Axid, now a non-prescription strength as New Axid AR. The only one that says right on its labeling, for many, it can prevent heartburn completely. That's something 2-Tagamet HB, Zantac 75, and Pepsid AC just don't claim. New Axid AR. Proven it can prevent heartburn completely.
With the world's first agitator that cleans even big and tough loads with more care than any other washer, the new Maytag is a layup. With $100 in extra features at no extra cost, it's a slam dunk. Buy now and get $100 in extra features at no extra cost.
A strong dog is a happy dog. Introducing Doggy Bag Treats from Milk-Bone. Chewy treats with calcium for healthy teeth and bones. Dogs just can't resist them. Give your dog something to smile about. Milk-Bone.
You've probably noticed all of these commercials about yeast infection treatments. They talk about how effective they are.
Even so, if you read the labels, you'll notice you still have to use most of them for 7 days.
Well, something has changed in a big way. New Femstat 3.
Every bit as effective as the 7-day routine, but the only cream strong enough to treat in just 3 days.
3 days? There is no better cure without a prescription. So why put yourself through 7 days when you could have this?
New Femstat 3. 3 days to fit your life.
Class Reunion will return in a moment on NBC.
The doctor everyone respected. She was the patient who trusted him.
It happened. He raped me. It's your word against his.
Based on one woman's story, what really happened.
She was under your care.
I never asked her to disrobe. Judith Light, Judd Hirsch.
I want people to know what he did to me.
How dare you? Betrayal of Trust, NBC Sunday.
Where's Jimbo, man?
He's still eating lunch.
Lunch?
Hardee's introduces the big new quarter-pound double cheeseburger.
We've got a game.
It's a juicy addition to our 99-cent big value menu. He wouldn't budge.
We're dead.
The man loves that burger. This is double the beef, double the cheese, now just 99 cents every day.
He'll be here. He's got to run out of money sometime.
Actually, I loaned him a couple of bucks.
It's over.
He threatened me. Hardee's new 99-cent quarter-pound double cheeseburger. It's all burger. Oh, my.
So what did you have for lunch today?
Remember the Wonder?
Remember? I remember Wonder Bread like my first bike ride, squeezing the bread bag with the red, yellow, and blue balloons.
My superhero lunchbox!
Oh, my first pop fly! Yeah, I got it!
Wonder may be made of memories, but it's also made with vitamins, calcium, and iron, with no saturated fat, and it's cholesterol-free.
I remember helps build strong bodies!
Excuse me. We also need some peanut butter.
Yeah. Remember the Wonder.
Because it's like live.
Really funny.
Really dangerous sometimes. They're up so high. Wow. They're way up there.
How'd they do that?
Oh, come on. It's not like a game. It's not virtual anything.
It's for real.
And this year, they've got the Ringling Brothers Adventure. The elephant. I touched it. I tried it.
The clowns cracked me up.
I loved it.
And that's why it's called the greatest show on earth.
3 days only at the Mart. Call Ticketmaster at 326-1111.
It's your best defense against severe weather.
I've changed since high school in the most obvious ways. Children are character building, and that has only strengthened my confidence and my zest for life.
I think you're right.
You're a vastly different person from the time you're 13 years old and completely, governed by what people say around you, and you even start believing what people say.
Because you had no control.
But see, don't you think that that's what high school honestly comes down to?
Pranks were played on her. The guys were the ones that were probably the most cruel to her.
It's taken me years, and
It's taking you that long to deal with that
entire
perception.
Okay, there was this horrible party and a group of girls that went to this party and got excessively drunk, like fast. You have a 13-year-old who's never had anything to drink ever before in their life, who drinks 2 quarts of beer, blacks out, and completely is unaware of anything that happens over, a 4-hour period of time? Now, during that time, men within her class take liberties with her.
Amy supposedly got involved with a couple different guys, and they lie and exaggerate.
Do you know that if it was true,
No.
No, and
Because
see,
that's
that's-
because.
But
see, no. I mean, that's what
Amy,
it comes
that's the
down
thing,
to.
because there were things about me also, because I
Right.
did the same thing. I blacked out and don't remember a period
We'd
of
never had
time.
anything to drink before.
And total lies.
She was, with me at the party. But for whatever reason, they chose not to emphasize Robin as much as they did with me. It was my fate to be labeled easy or loose when Robin was perfect.
I mean, you obviously got the worst rap.
And I wasn't that way. And anybody who spent any time around me knew. I didn't lose my virginity until I was almost 17 years old. I was embarrassed and ashamed of my behavior and my responsibility for it. I didn't blame the other people until I got to be an adult.
And I felt really bad for you, but I never did anything about it.
I apologize for that, because
But
I mean,
you
it's
can't,
too
though.
bad.
You know that it offends you in some way, but you don't know how to respond.
And now I can look back and I know I'd do things differently, but still, I feel bad as a human being for not, being supportive at that point.
But you also have to know that as a human being, you forgive and forget, you face your ghosts, you face your demons, and they go away.
Come on in, we watch movies. Come on in, come, we watch movies.
There's some like risque outfits and stuff, so if you guys get bummed out or offended or whatever.
Is it men?
No, it's my friends and I in a fetish fashion show that I produced.
What's a fetish show?
Watch and find out.
So let's hear it from Martin Lucas and a pretty little fetish fashion show. God, look at it. She is so skinny.
My goodness.
Does she have a thing on her thing? Now, you're gonna tell us when you're showing your sweet tush, right?
Yeah, yes.
Spotted.
This sounds like a total party.
Some people in the front row are just like, yeah!
Get up!
I see Marn.
That's not Marn.
Yeah.
No way. She's too thick.
Yes.
That's a guy.
Don't say that.
Is that a guy?
I don't think so. No.
Is that a girl?
That's me.
Right on. What the hell is she doing?
Marn, this is toasted.
What was that all about?
That's you.
There's your outfit.
That's my dress.
Well, more girls wear those kind of dresses.
Guys like you leering at them.
Why else would you wear that if you didn't want somebody to look at you?
It's just fun getting dressed up and pushing people's limits and not getting harassed.
I wouldn't harass you.
You'd be afraid to.
Yeah?
You thought you were afraid of him in high school. Wait till he has a babe. Then you're really gonna be afraid.
I think Marn surprised me the most, just how much she's changed from that little girl I remember in 6th grade.
So in that respect, Martin has definitely changed. Now she's like the complete opposite, reverse fishnet dresses and the whole 9 yards.
I really think that you should continue with this. I know you're still searching, but I think you got knack, Jack.
I'm talking about putting yourself on the line and pulling it off to where people are clapping at the end and you put on a decent show. That's kind of cool.
Yay.
Ginger.
Isn't that a spice?
What does this say?
Right there.
Iced cocktail.
Dan, right there.
And watercress nuts.
Say what? What the hell are you guys cooking?
It's not sweet.
This is the dryer stuff.
That's the dryer. Well,
Chardonnay or Cabernet or both?
Cabernet, but I'd like also Chardonnay, so.
I don't know. I guess I thought it was important that we all had a big meal and sat down because it was so much fun the night before.
By this time, the newness had worn off. We'd been in the house since Thursday afternoon, and we were starting to grate on each other's nerves.
Hey, Joe, I'm not trying to single you out. I just know that you're one of these people who has a regular dinner hour with your family, with your wife and your kids.
You have done nothing but wine since you've been at the table. Do you know that?
Yep.
You've done nothing but wine.
It's just time.
So about.
I'm done listening to Chris Kenny.
The conversation took totally the wrong turn. It's just okay with him if he disagrees with your opinion, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Did you really want to understand it? I don't think so.
No, I didn't understand it. And you know why? Because it's ignorant. Straight up.
No. I so
You're wrong to call him ignorant because he disagrees with his views.
I really don't think
just because you disagree with what he says, he's narrow-minded. That's not fair.
But do you think homophobia is like racism?
The color of your skin and the shape of your eyes is not the same as telling everybody who you have sex with.
Doesn't that automatically turn your brain to go, oh my God, bigot?
Right, okay.
Close-minded, narrow-minded, bigot.
I'm not gonna argue with you guys. I'm out of here.
I tried, just didn't work.
They have their views. Their views are their views. Their views are the right views.
That did or don't.
Your view's the wrong view.
Hey, Kayla, what's going on? How'd Stetson play? Doesn't he? Is he sad? Well, I called home just because it was like, hey, regardless of whatever happens, I'm going home. Stats? Don't cry. Stats, I want to be home on Sunday, bud. That was the first time he has ever cried for me. It's just 2 days away, buddy. You can do it. Okay, can I ask you a question? How did you hit today? Did you rip the ball? You did, didn't you? So I got a date with you on Sunday then, huh? All right? We're going to show these boys how to really hit the ball, aren't we? All right? Daddy loves you. Okay, give Mommy a kiss for me, okay? Now, you're the man of the house, so you make sure you keep everything in line. I love you, buddy. Bye. Let's get back to that question. Is there anybody at the reunion that you'd want to sleep with?
No. Is there? No.
Sure.
Who?
I mean, there's thoughts that go through your head. Well,
You are such a jerk. You did grab your nails and say, you did.
I did not.
You did.
Don't ever cheat on Kristen.
I would never cheat on Kristen.
Because I'll tell you what, that is the worst hurt that you can ever feel in the whole wide world. And it doesn't mean about sex. It's not the sex.
It's the trust.
It's the trust and it's the respect. It sucks. Big time.
It's comforting to know that you're doing well. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Baba. I'm proud of you too. I'm glad that you're gonna get married and have a house. I think that's where you need to be.
That's who I am. I am happy.
But you know though, I was the only girl that you ever wanted to marry.
At that time, you were the only girl I wanted to marry.
Good answer.
I love Julie to death, and she's a great gal, and she'll always hold a special place with me. But she's not the woman for me.
I think Kent needs somebody who is going to give in more than Julie's willing to, and Julie needs somebody who is willing to let her be herself.
I love him still. He's a good guy. I'm just glad he's not mine anymore. Yeah.
I was really glad to be in the house that I was in because everybody seemed really down to earth and people that I wanted to get to know and find out where they'd been in the last 10 years and what they thought about things.
It's like arguing, you and Kent down there.
What is with him?
He's a redneck, honey.
Well, I know that.
But he tries really hard to fit in, and he's
Well,
always...
he said himself.
That's the
was
first
the
time he
thing.
has said something like
I
that
was really
in a
surprised
long
to
time.
hear it, yeah.
He always thought he was the ugly duckling. See, that's what changed with me, with him, is that when he grew into his body, he knew it, and he used it in every way. And I'm like, I'm out of here. Wake up. And he still needs to wake up. And he will someday, maybe. But
Give him another 10 years.
yeah, exactly.
Scott may make it in another 10 years. But we had a really nasty relationship. 6 years of love and hell.
Oh, man, that's a long time.
Off and on.
Yeah.
Because I'd get sick of it.
Yeah.
He'd cheat on me, and often I'd break up with him, go out and have a good time, and then I'd come back.
Like, listening to you guys talk about high school, I'm like, looking at all these pictures, like, oh my God, I never went to a dance, I never dated. Well, I had numerous crushes on boys, and a lot of them were like long-term crushes, and they had no idea I existed. God. But I did lose my virginity with the Parker Bros, dude.
No! Tell! Do tell! Tell!
Got any Tylenol, Jill?
When did you switch to Tylenol?
When my doctor told me some pain relievers could irritate my stomach.
Really? Pain relievers?
Yeah, my doctor said that aspirin and even ibuprofen can sometimes irritate your stomach.
Oh, no kidding.
But Tylenol doesn't, and it works great.
To avoid the chance of stomach irritation, Tylenol is the pain reliever recommended most by doctors.
How's your stomach?
Stuffed.
Oh.
Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Professional hair care means only one thing. Paul Mitchell. Sold in salons at the hands of a professional stylist.
Because nothing but the best will meet a hairstylist standard of quality. And you won't find that in any drugstore.
No one but a stylist knows more about hair or what's right for yours.
You know, every hairstylist's hands have the power to communicate without words. And if you listen very closely, you'll get the message.
By the real Paul Mitchell.
There's a feeling that's beyond clean. We call it crystal clean. And your teeth can experience it with the toothpaste that helps prevent tartar buildup. Colgate Tartar Control. Thousands of micro-cleaning crystals make their way into those tiny spaces between teeth. Crystals you can actually feel. And when you rinse, your teeth feel more than brushed. They feel crystal clean. Colgate Tartar Control. Feel the crystal clean of Colgate.
There's still plenty of sizzle left in summer at Sears' big Labor Day sale. Take an extra 50% off all clearance summer apparel, men's, women's, kids. Through Monday only at Sears. So make haste while the sun shines.
When you just gotta have a drink, you just gotta have a drink, see? The last thing you wanna do is wait for a concentrate to defrost. That's why Welch's made this kind of concentrate. Juice makers. It comes in a can, but it's not frozen, see? You just pop, pour, add some water, and then you're done. It's in the bottle juice section. Just pull one out, and the others just roll right down. There's no other drink that's simpler than that.
Oh, a stampede of students. Riding herd on this bunch, new teacher, Mr. Rhodes. What up, cool? That's it, bribe him with pizza.
We got? Oh, wait. Allow me. Sausage. Wait. Sausage double cheese.
Amazing. Talented group. But where are all the other teachers?
Wow.
Oh, there's one.
God, you have a bony butt.
Everybody's a critic.
You let them run wild.
Uh-oh, the fight's on now.
By the way, nice jammies, Hef.
Oh, Rhodes lands one.
Oh, that's good. Sartorial critiques from the man who would be Kenny G.
It's easy to see why everyone's afraid of this guy.
The whole thing didn't just happen. It's all a dream. See?
But they wouldn't take advantage of Mr. Rhodes, I don't think.
They are laughing at you, Tom.
And they're not laughing at you. Do you know what they call you?
Join the rush to Mr. Rhodes, coming in 3 weeks to NBC Monday.
I was a total pain in the butt when I was a kid. My parents were like, can we trade this one in for a toaster or something? Anything? But then Miss Singer came along. She taught 4th grade. She had this amazing ability to turn everything into a great story, so I didn't notice I was shutting up and sitting still. Miss Singer, it's teachers like you who make kids like me into something more than problems, and I just want to say thanks. Also, my parents have this amazing shrine put up, so if you want to stop by sometime.
No one spoke to me, no one dated me, nothing. I'm leaving that summer. And then a couple guys like Chris Kenny show up at my house a couple times.
You did Chris Kenny?
Chris Kenny was more like,
You're so gross.
I was so totally naive because I had never been with a guy, never kissed a guy. No one had ever looked at me twice or spoken to me. So I was just like, yeah, someone's paying attention to me. I'm like, duh. I'm like, and I never, oh my God, I'm so paying attention to me. It's like a popular guy paying attention to me. It was so weird. That was so shocking to me. But then I was totally like, wow. I was so blown away. I really was. I was like, this is awesome. Chris Kenny, right? He's next door.
staying up until the wee hours of the morning, just acting like dorks.
The one song kind of just broke the whole evening open. Wore a small backpack that she got at the Gap. Seen her walking the streets. God, here it comes. In her small backpack. Whatever happened to the knapsack? They gotta bring them back.
Here we go. We were in chorus together. Oh, do it again. I love you, man.
Let's see, 58 degrees, cool, clouds, intervals of sunshine, spotty showers or two.
I don't think so. I disagree. I see total blue sky above me.
I just gelled with Anine. I mean, I don't know if many people ever do this. When I get my allergies, I make this noise.
Which is how I itch my throat. Yeah. I do it all the time.
And it was like, oh my God, you do that too. There's no way.
And we freaked out. We could not believe that we were doing it. It was so cool.
The more stuff I found out about Anine, the more stuff that I found out we were compatible. How could we possibly be compatible people?
And we both love cheese sandwiches with mayonnaise.
Where's Scott?
I have my regular ones in my car.
We went back to Parkrose High School. First, we met up in front of the school to see who all was in the other house, and everybody had been speculating about who they thought were in the house.
I study nuclear science. I love my classes. I got a crazy teacher. He wears dark glasses. Things are going great, and they're only getting better. I'm doing all right, getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. I gotta wear shades.
It's really strange to be hugging all these people that I never hugged in high school.
Loved seeing Amy. I haven't seen Amy in years.
I left high school, and when I left, I kept going straight ahead. I never stopped and turned around. You know, you got like the Chris Kennys and the Chris Carries, but like, let's go see Miss Funis.
I'm heavenly blessed and worldly wise. I'm a peeping Tom techie with X-ray eyes. Things are going great, and they're only getting better.
Hi, guys.
I'm doing all right, getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades.
Look, this was a short, roly-poly, doofy, little dumb-looking 7th grader when I coached volleyball. See, there's hope for all of you.
Hey, you finally can shave.
I was tripped out when I was there. I didn't really want to be there because all the kids, the bell would ring and then boom, and all these teenagers were around, and I was tripped out. I was like,
Oh, no. Well, there were kids there. There were high school kids there. And so they kind of were like, who are these old people that are coming into our school? And they were flicking us like we used to flick everyone else, which was funny.
I totally forgotten about the senior bench. And when we got there are all these 17, 18-year-old seniors hanging out.
Marilyn and I always sat around the corner from the bench eating lunch by ourselves. So for the first time in my life, I actually got to sit on the Soch bench with all these people.
I gotta actually put my butt on the bench. Oh, put your butt on the bench. Take a picture of you.
It was really weird to look over where you probably looked 10 years ago at those same guys, and they look like grown men now, and these other kids look like babies. And it's so hard to picture them that way because in our minds, I think we always look at each other as being in high school.
I think I invited Chris to our house.
What are you wearing? Sport coat, slacks, tie?
Yeah.
Scott, how about your attire? I'm just gonna go casual.
Yeah, good choice.
I was surprised when I saw Scott and Mike together because Keller would have been somebody who would have been the center of mockery for Scott Kearney in high school. The deal with like Park Rose is that when we went there, it was totally white.
I was like your cultural leader.
Yeah, you were.
We got our culture from Keller. He's a freak. The hell is he anyways? Greek, Mexican, Korean? What is he?
What's going through your mind? I mean,
I was like, I'm tripping the hell out of these people, and I love every minute of it.
I'm saying, what was your goal? That was your goal.
Well, first of all, being that age, you think you're cool, whatever you're doing. So I thought I was cool to begin with, and then seeing you guys just trip on me just made me, it fed me, you know, like, oh yeah, now what's next? You know, how can I up the ante now? You know?
He did too, kind of. He kind of did bump it up.
Just kind of gradually just go boom, you know.
First you had the one eye.
Cover the one eye.
Then you grew it really long, and then you guys spray painted it, hairsprayed it, teased it up, huge. Yeah. That was a trip.
Chris Kenny told me that he was going to ask me on a date to the reunion.
What?
I said, Chris, you don't have my number. We know nothing about each other. Like, I think he made it up, but yeah,
I think he's secretly in love with you, though. I do. He was asking me about you when I first got to the, the school.
What'd he say?
He's like,
so morning. He knows who I am. It's so weird. He goes, yeah, I
well,
really wanted to ask you.
He doesn't want anybody to know that he really thinks of you.
Way of getting close to somebody by being able to stupid.
I think I'm serious. I think he truly does have something for you.
Baby. I ran into Lauren one time, and she was just like beautiful.
She's stunning.
She's awesome.
Well, we hung out a lot this summer after high school before I went to India.
She did, didn't she go to
Very
India?
well-known fact.
You're right, Chris. That was not a well-known fact.
Kent and Scott.
The guys are doing push-ups in their bedroom. I don't know. You think I'm joking?
No.
That's why we're laughing.
Probably both in there naked.
You know, one thing I've noticed lately is that people think that because we played sports all our life, that we're so narrow-minded. Don't you think that's pretty stereotypical?
But that's just so shallow.
Yeah. They're as easily closed-minded about things as we are. No question, just in a different shade of frame of mind. Is this an old high school ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it seem small, like small-minded, just to like have a football in your hand? To me, it's kind of cool. I just like having a football or baseball or...
Well, people say that they don't understand all that goes into athletics. Teacher at Park Rose, talking about how professional athletics were stupid and that grown adults should have something better to do than run around in tight pants throwing footballs around. That's just so shallow.
Yeah. I just find I can be comfortable with the ball.
Women also, they see the ball, they don't understand, they don't identify with what you've gone through and what the ball means to you and what kind of visualizations it brings back in your memory, your childhood, associations, exactly. And with them, it's other stuff, but that's shallow because it doesn't ring true to them.
I think whatever clique you were in, you felt comfortable there.
Good hack. Keep it coming. Oh.
I would never have made it in the social world. Just not cut out for social material. Nice headset, Chris! So I guess I was a hood. They're totally excluding us. You know, see how they keep moving further and further down? You guys, we came out here to be with you, okay? We had to flick them because it was the law. I mean, a hoodlum has to flick a soch. Robin Holly was totally way too preppy for sack, and now she's out here sacking it up.
Preppy?
Preppy? You were, hate to tell ya. What were you, Robin?
I wasn't anything.
Oh, dream on with that. In high school, I don't think so.
Everybody secretly wanted to be a soc. Everybody wanted to be popular and be accepted.
And I remember always watching them and wishing I could be more like them.
My ears are burning.
I know a lot of people went through high school without a big group of friends around them. All I can say is, we were lucky to have what we had.
I know we're not in your clique, okay? But I think you can talk to us, okay?
It just kind of happened. It made the experience of high school more fun. We wanted to keep together and just enjoy each other's company.
If you guys didn't want to play with us, you could have just said, we don't want to play with you. It's been 10 years.
Don't criticize what you don't understand.
There you go. And 10 years later, you're ruling the situation.
Madam says nothing cleans windows better than her blue cleaner. Madam says her windows look glorious lately. Madam doesn't know I've switched to New Cinch in the orange bottle. Its even dry action streaks less than the leading blue cleaner. And look how quickly New Cinch cuts grease. So I may never need a second cleaner. Madam need know I've bagged her blue cleaner too. I doubt she's ever looked in the cleaning closet, or she'd know about these. New Cinch. It does great windows. And then some.
My brother told me to watch his chicken nuggets for a minute so no one eats them. But when someone gets nuggets, it's hard not to try one.
Now get 5 all-white meat Wendy's chicken nuggets for 99 cents.
Who ate my nuggets? Dave Thomas.
The movie event of the summer is here. What? Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
Hang on!
Now, when you buy the video, you can save up to $10.
That's tantalizing.
Disney's Aladdin and the King of Thieves. On sale everywhere. See stores for details.
A strong dog is a happy dog. Introducing Doggy Bag Treats from Milk-Bone. Chewy treats with calcium for healthy teeth and bones. Dogs just can't resist them. Give your dog something to smile about. Milk-Bone.
Take a breath. Notice anything? Well, if you happen to have a Tic Tac in your mouth, you would. You notice your breath tastes fresh. And people around you would notice your fresh breath, too. Can you breathe without a Tic Tac? Of course. But I wouldn't recommend it.
This is your Hallmark Gold Crown store. Come in and find a more romantic time.
Share the elegance and charm of a garden in full bloom with Hawthorne Manor, our exclusive new collection of cards and gifts that captures nature in all its beauty. You'll find it only at Hallmark Gold Crown stores.
This is your Hallmark Gold Crown store. You'll feel better inside.
NBC Tuesdays, Jack and Carly have a marriage of the 90s. It's something so romantic.
Will just walked in on me again. Do you have any idea how that feels?
No, what's that like?
It's something so naughty.
I can't stop thinking about our Hawaiian sunset.
Who's that, the professor?
Don't you call him the professor. He's a dedicated teacher. He's proud of his profession, and he deserves respect. I think he's a hero.
I'm a horny island boy.
It's something so right.
This is already the best marriage I've ever had.
Mel Harris, Jerry Burns, Something So Right. NBC Tuesdays in 3 weeks. This fall, Brooke Shields as you've never seen her before.
Hey, how long am I supposed to keep doing this?
Or we could just put her in a funny show after Seinfeld. Suddenly Susan.
Hello?
NBC Thursdays this fall.
Class Reunion will return in a moment on NBC.
A special child held captive. His unique mind used to build weapons.
How many people died because of what I thought of?
Now, a renegade genius intends to make things right.
I can be anything I want to be.
You saved a life.
He's not just one hero. He's the Pretender. NBC Saturdays this fall.
Good evening, I'm Scott Sander. Coming up tonight at 10 on KWQC TV 6, the eastern seaboard braces for yet another tropical blast. Hurricane Edouard is threatening, but it looks like the worst of the storm may stay out to sea. We'll look at the latest on the path of the storm and how it could turn Labor Day plans into emergency preparations tonight at 10 o'clock. Also in our area, the Clinton Lumber Kings play a homestand tonight. How long will they be in our area with Major League backing? More on that story at 10.
It's the last big holiday weekend of the summer. And on sale at Eagle, 24-pack cans of all Pepsi products for just $5.39.
You're watching more than just television. You're watching the technology of tomorrow working hard for you today. Where Cox Communications fiber optic technology ranks first in reliability. So whatever the weather outside, inside, your picture remains sharp and clear with more channels and choices than ever before.
Great night for cable TV.
Cox Communications. And you thought you were just watching television.
Here's a clever summer cool down. Plymouth Clearance Chillers, where the 96s make way for new 97s. Now starting at $17,195, get a Plymouth Voyager. Or cool off with cash back and a great clearance price on Plymouth Breeze. Or splash in low 1.9% financing or $1,000 back on Plymouth Neon. Chill out with Clearance Chillers, another clever idea from Plymouth. Don't miss clearance savings. Now at your local Plymouth dealer.
It's back
back to school time at Bard Optical. With our Kid Stuff program, the assurance of good vision is free. Bring your kids in for a professional eye exam, and if there's no prescription needed or there's no change, there's no charge. It's free. And if glasses are needed, Kid Stuff includes everything from the frame to the safest material in lenses. Plus our eyewear protection plan, all for only $99. Call Bard Optical today to schedule that eye exam.
At Bard Optical, you can see the best.
KWQC TV6, your #1 station for news.
How long are you in school? 4 years. Just 4? You know, I really didn't like it the first year too, because it was such a change for me. You know, it's like this small Christian college where drinking's prohibited, and it turned out to be better for me. You know, figure out what I want to do, get my head on straight. It's a big day in my life, I guess. I feel like I finally accomplished something.
You come out of there, you just feel like a lot of weight's off, huh?
Mm-hmm. It hasn't really hit me yet, you know, to be honest. I'm sure when I get down there, I'll just be like,
yeah. When I graduated, when it finally happened, and I finally was looking good, I felt like a world champ. So
yeah.
Yes. What's the chances? Graduating on the same day that it's very graduation-ish.
It's a prom, 10-year prom. Becoming friends with Scott is just so unseen.
All right, well, I'll see you tonight. Yeah. Congratulations, Mike. Thanks.
You know, it hit me, and I didn't see it coming for miles. I mean, I would never have expected us to hit it off.
I think you need to put that in your pocket, you know.
Just when I'm at commencement.
One more time.
Back then, I felt like I know everything. Why do I have to go to college? I guess I'm more goal-oriented now. I feel like I have this purpose in life.
Go on, man.
So, you ready? I'm ready.
Michael Keller. Colette Kemmerer. Suzanne Kern.
I think it was the first time in my life I committed to something and I fulfilled it, you know, so that's why I was so emotional and happy.
Me and Chris did all the work for this reunion.
When I was getting ready for the reunion, I was more worried about the little MC thing with Heidi because we didn't really practice.
Now, what are some of those cheers we used to do?
My name is Heidi, my eyes are brown, and when I cheer, I really get down. And it is your stuff, come on, and it is your stuff, come on.
Oh, my God. Scott's got brains. It just takes him a long time.
What did he say? So was he really freaked out by like Mike Keller and all those people? I mean, did he want to whack on him?
No, see, that's a misconception. It wasn't like he wanted to beat him up or I wanted to beat him up. It was just that we weren't accepting at all. We were pretty closed-minded. That was
Because
not
you were
cool.
adolescents.
Yeah, and you think differently.
No, you don't think.
Right, you don't think, or
No,
lack thereof.
basically,
yeah.
you just do things.
Yeah, like there was some incidences of violence down at the river and stuff when they started throwing rocks at a group of guys. No, we chased them and they ran.
Hey, what's up?
Roxy! Hey, Joe. Joe, what's her name? Water. Don't tell him. What's her name?
Oh my God.
Joe Burks, all I knew of him was that he played football and was another one of the big guys in the hall that I was kind of afraid of.
See, you had friends.
No, these are all you are really nice. You were great to have in class. People I didn't
No
know.
one signed for the yearbook.
Because you were mean to him.
I was not. He really looks like he's enjoying what he's doing.
You got cute kids.
Yes.
How old are they?
That's Stetson is Batman. He is 5 now, and Michaela. I'm sure my wife made that outfit.
They're cute.
Oh, she is a crack up. She is just a rocket.
Sweetie.
Yeah, total. She just loves to dance, loves to. And that.
Oh, yeah, Curly. Now, how did that happen? Is that a
light
perm?
socket.
Is that a perm or did
Yeah,
No way, you went and got a perm.
I think so.
You sat there in rollers and all those chemicals?
Actually, I think my mom did it.
That's amazing.
Where should we go? Somewhere. Be in the sun.
Let's go to the park and play frisbee.
What time is it?
Yeah, let's do it. That's the plan.
You guys want to play frisbee?
We found you. Okay, who doesn't know how to play this?
I don't know how to play.
Okay.
When they came up to me and said, we're all going to go up to the park and play frisbee, I thought we were going to, toss the frisbee around, but when I got there, it was like this huge thing where they had to break up these teams. It was that stupid sports anxiety thing that I always had because I don't play sports.
The most you can take is 2 steps.
There are actual goalie in the end
guard
goal?
You can guard a person. Is it fast moving like rugby, or do you stop or intercept like football? It's fast moving.
Are you on my team?
Yes.
It was short. All these muscular guys out of breath after about 3 minutes because they all played football and they used to run for 20 seconds, stop, stand around for 10 minutes.
Chris, you could stay here with us, Party.
The rest of the crowd kind of dwindled, and Robin was going, "Why don't you sit down?" And I was saying, "Well, I'm not sure if I want to." And so I kind of threw the hacky sack at her butt.
Oh. Good shot.
Man, that stuck pretty well.
Chris, remember when I made you cry?
I'm about to do it again.
You couldn't make me cry now, sweetie pie.
I could too. When we were younger, I made him cry.
We got in this wrestling match, and she decided that the only way she could win would be to punch me in the family jewels.
All right, live entertainment.
I just had this urge to tackle Chris.
I can't. It's not a spark plug.
Robin? That's the kind of thing we used to do all the time when we were friends.
How are you going to get out of this?
I think he's gotten a little stronger in his older age.
Look who's crying now.
I'm really looking forward to the reunion. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time. I can't wait. It's going to be a total hoot.
Yeah, I just like to see everybody and drink a couple beers and have a good time.
And I also hope to maybe make some new friends. Okay, how about your honest opinion? Black slinky dress or blue cocktail dress?
Slinky.
Blue.
Kristen's gonna be looking good tonight, buddy. Is she? Yeah.
6 different shades of lipstick because you never know.
Wet and wild.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I like it.
At the reunion, there's probably going to be some posturing, checking each other out. Who's in shape, who's fat and bald. Hopefully there'll be some others.
Not that.
Let's walk around like this.
Everyone has had to go through some type of metamorphosis in the last 10 years. And I'm really hoping to see a lot of butterflies instead of a lot of worms.
You spray it and you walk into it. Ruined my shirt.
The best thing about the whole weekend was my hair.
Mental picture, 190 pounds. The thing I'm just looking forward to more than anything about this reunion is to show people that I now have the ability to be glamorous. You clean up pretty good, girl. I want to walk in and have everybody go, oh my God, that's Heidi.
Do you think? Wow, that's really, how do they do that?
I would like it if people could see me more now for who I am rather than for what I was then.
Are you nervous?
Nope.
Are you excited? I'm very excited. Yeah? Can't say the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have butterflies big time.
I had no idea that my hair would be this fab, so I'm more excited.
My 10-year reunion, I'll never forget it. And that's kind of what I like about it.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I think you do too, you big scrap stud. I don't have anything to prove to these people. They either like me or they don't. I assume if they don't, they will not talk to me. Your hair looks fake.
What do you mean fake?
I mean, it looks like a wig. I'm so glad you're here.
Waiting for my husband.
My boyfriend Dan came to pick me up for the reunion.
5:28. I thought, Kristen's gonna be showing up any second. As soon as I walked outside, there she was.
The pop.
I'm gonna be going to the reunion with my beautiful wife.
I love you. Aaron, are we losers because we didn't bring dates?
The loners, the losers.
Hey, Kristen. Yeah, I see you. You fab?
You're fab!
How are you?
So we took pictures before we went. It was just like prom night all over again.
You just leave house.
It was like Chris Kenny and all them were like, "You're wearing a tux."
Who cares what they think?
Well, that's exactly what I say to him too. Robin's like, "Miss Recycle. Make sure you recycle. Everything's recyclable. You gotta recycle." Amy Grigsby walks in the kitchen. "I'm gonna cook this. I'm gonna cook this. Is there a spoon here? Is there ginger? We need ginger. We need this. We need that. We need that. We need this." Everything is her view. Joe, it's your turn to do the dishes. I looked at him and I said, "You know what, Chris? Why don't you go yourself? You don't tell me that it's my turn to do the dishes."
Was it?
There's the Hilton right there.
Sure, Kiss-Proof lipstick is good, but only one can be called great. Maybelline presents Great Wear Lip Color. The first Kiss-Proof budge-proof lipstick that's also triple conditioned. Feels great on. Won't budge off.
So kiss your old lipstick goodbye.
Great Wear budge-proof lip color by Maybelline.
There's still plenty of sizzle left in summer at Sears' big Labor Day sale. It's all on sale at Sears Brand Central. All appliances, all home electronics, all computers. Through September 4th only at Sears. Don't miss this golden opportunity.
Hi, we hear you're kicking off the Walt Disney World 25th anniversary. Well, I'm ready to party. I got my Mickey ears, my Goofy shorts, and my Donald shirt.
Do you have one of these?
Hey, where'd you get that?
The magic of the Walt Disney World 25th Anniversary celebration begins at McDonald's, where you can sign up to be a part of it all and get one of 4 25th Anniversary glasses, just 99 cents each when you buy any large sandwich like the new Arch Deluxe.
You are looking at one happy little man. Grandpa, can I marry you?
Oh, honey, you're so young. I could never keep up with you.
But Mom says that's why you drink that.
Ensure is complete balanced nutrition. #1 doctor recommended. As a meal or a snack, it helps you stay healthy, active, energetic.
I'm sure you'll marry someone even more fun than me.
Well, will you at least come to the wedding?
Sure. I'll be there.
Ensure, #1 doctor recommended. Drink to your health.
Fight dirt, Super Broom. Cleans carpets, bare floors, Super Broom. And brush up with powered brush rolls, Super Broom and brush up. No bags to change, under 4 pounds, lightweight prices. Fly through cleaning with your heroes. From Eureka.
I've got exciting medical news. Now Monistat 3 is available without a prescription. So now we can cure a yeast infection with a 3-day treatment and still have the brand we trust. Monistat 3, from the #1 doctor-recommended cure.
Wouldn't you love to have healthy skin? Neutrogena Healthy Skin Lotion is loaded with vitamins, antioxidants, alpha-hydroxy acid to make your skin appear less lined, firmer, moisture-rich, healthy-looking. Neutrogena Healthy Skin from Neutrogena.
There are few that know the truth.
What you're doing can't stay hidden forever.
The rest of us
What's happening, John?
have been kept in the dark.
There are forces out there far more powerful.
Until now.
Who are you?
Where the skies end, an invasion has begun. Welcome to the Dark Skies. NBC Saturdays in 3 weeks.
Fire! Why not me? Time will come.
Dark Skies, NBC Saturday in 3 weeks.
This year, Miss America makes history because this year you help choose the winner. Call in and vote. The new Miss America pageant live September 14th.
A brand new Danielle Steele bestseller becomes an NBC movie event.
I love you so much.
It was a life she always dreamed of until tragedy took her husband away.
You have to accept what you can't change.
Can she rebuild a life for herself and her family and find love again?
You are my knight in shining armor.
All My Children's Eva LaRue, Remembrance, NBC Monday. This fall, the big event movies are right here on NBC. In a time of turmoil, a woman separated from her family overcomes tragedy and rebuilds her life in Danielle Steele's The Ring. She awakens with amnesia and finds herself in a world of danger. 90210's Tiffany Amber Thiessen in Sweet Dreams. A mother struggles to free her daughter from jail. Mel Harris in What Kind of Mother Are You? Then
I love you.
She thought he was Mr. Right. She could be dead wrong. Tori Spelling in Mother, May I Sleep with Danger?
Alrighty then.
For the biggest theatricals, it's Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster in Maverick. Steven Seagal is on Deadly Ground, and Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Then the movie event of the season, a plane carrying 300 passengers and one deadly virus. If it lands, doomsday arrives. Richard Dean Anderson, Jane Leaves, Daphne Zuniga, and Robert Loggia, the motion picture based on the best-selling novel, Pandora's Clock. The best movies are this fall on NBC.
Walking up the stairs in the front door, it felt like being at the Grammys or something. I've never seen everybody so dressed up. I never went to the prom. So for me, it was like kind of going to a prom and a reunion at the same time. We all had buttons, and it just had our name and our class and the photo, our senior photo, but I didn't have one, so mine was just this white badge, and so was Amy Grigsby's.
You gotta see what she looked like in high school. Makeup, hair, she does some modeling. She spent a bunch of years in Milan. I can't believe you're part of this. I just looked at you.
Now look at me again. Smile. Are you sure it's you? She looks so different. I'm not kidding you. It's like totally freaking me out. You look so different.
On a really small, weak level, it's kind of Revenge of the Nerds.
Smile. No, it's not you.
We have some people that are going to be coming up here, and I'd like to introduce them real quick. You know them as Chris Carey and Heidi Bush Johnson.
It felt like a student assembly. It was hard for the student council to hold the room's attention.
Never mind. After the... it works so much better now. There's going to be some other activities after we eat. There's going to be a slideshow of all of us looking really good.
Yeah.
Has to.
I thought the slideshow was really cool. It was really fun. It was like a trip down memory lane.
I was in quite a few of those pictures, and I was kind of remembering a picture say 1,000 words, and I was just like, I remember that football game. I remember the prom with Robin.
There was a lot of different groups there. I thought it would be all of the socials, but there were a lot of student council people there, band kids and theater kids, and they weren't the big popular clique, so that was really good to see.
Over the 10 years, there has been a lot of change, and some people I didn't even recognize or I totally forgot about, and even if I didn't go up and talk to them, it was just neat to see that they were still around.
I felt so different, and it was awkward trying to act like you knew somebody that you used to know, and you used to be buds with them, but they didn't know anymore.
You're a good man, Scott. Thanks. Damn few of us left. It was weird. I just felt like I really couldn't have a conversation. They didn't last very long. It was like real superficial. What are you doing? How you been? You look great. By the way, what was your name again? Let me see your badge.
I turned and I saw this big head of hair. And I looked and I thought, oh my God, that's Kevin Cook.
Oh my God, everybody's married and they have 3 kids. Look at my hips. I have not had any. Look at Heidi. Doesn't she look good? I remember Heidi was one of the people, she was one of the women who was more butch than me. She was walking through the hall. Hey. Look at me. Now she's gorgeous. She was a woman. She has curves and breasts and jewelry that matches.
It was interesting. It was a true professional part of the show. He did a heck of a job. He was funny, witty.
I think that it's pretty cool that everybody's cool with it, and Kevin was a highlight of the evening, I thought.
Robin, I guess, had a bad call in judgment and thought it would be funny for Kevin to go over to Joe and ask him to dance.
I will go say hello.
I knew it was going to be a bad scene, and I went over and tried to warn him, but he didn't want to walk away from it.
If they punch me in the nose, then save me.
He made his way all the way to my table where I was standing and asked me to dance. You're a guy.
It was pointless, and it was incredibly funny at Joey's expense. And regardless of how Joey feels, that's not fair.
I was completely humiliated. Robin destroyed my reunion. After a certain point, I was like, this is only gonna be till 1 o'clock in the morning, and then my 10-year reunion is gonna be over. So I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna enjoy myself. So at the end, I really made it a point to have a really good time.
I had a lot of fun with everybody. We had a lot of good laughs.
It's good to see where everyone is, and I felt like I was totally alone in high school and that no one else could relate to me. And 10 years later, you find out a lot of people felt like that.
5 years from now, when I'm looking back, talking about the 10-year reunion, I think that what's going to stand out in my mind is that our class is close and that it is a unique situation that everybody knows everybody and is kind to one another.
I never thought I would tell somebody to go to their 10-year reunion because I really wasn't going to go.
If somebody would have told me that I was going to enjoy spending time with Marn and Marilyn, I would have looked at him and said, right.
Seeing how Marn has changed so much and how she's totally overcome her shyness, I think that'll help me and give me a goal, not being so shy.
We needed to separate and grow into our own individuals.
Good luck.
Thank you. And I think we did good.
She loves everybody. She's going to be having litters.
I think getting together with Marn was one of my favorite memories. I was ready for it to be over, to go home to my husband, but I was sad because I think we really connected and we really had just a blast.
Family life is very important to me. It's at the core of me.
In 10 years, I see myself as still growing, still learning, but very fulfilled.
Zachary Kearney, 6 years old, going for the record.
One of the highlights of the whole reunion was getting to know Mike.
People change, and I've obviously learned that from this experience. I've befriended someone that I thought I'd never talk to.
Yeah, and that makes it all worthwhile, I think.
We know we want to be together for the rest of our lives. I loved that woman more than anything, anybody, anywhere, ever. I'm in for the long haul in terms of reunion coordination.
Hi, Michaela.
I need the fix of my wife and my kids. I really found myself comfortable with my own niche in life at where I'm at now.
I think my attitude towards Chris Kenny has changed quite a bit over the last weekend.
And I really like to see you and I, work on our friendship. I really do miss Robin. I think she is a great, great woman. I'm sure that it all can't be resolved one high school reunion weekend, but if you're into it, I would be too.
Yeah, I've had fun this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna take one relationship at a time.
It was nice spending time with you. I make fun of Park Rose a lot, but they're also the people that you know. You still love people for who they are.
I want you to come check out my house.
Where is it? You are in Northeast.
Yeah.
Oh my groceries.
For people that are hung up on what high school is, I think they should just get over it. It's not something you need to carry around with you your whole life.
So I realize now that a lot of this was totally in my head. It was how I perceived the world and how I thought people thought of me. I'm so glad to be out of that. Okay.
Good to see you. Take care.
Okay, girls.
I don't think I could change anything just because that time and what I went through made me who I am today, and I think I like that.
It's a shame what drugs on the job did to this guy, to his family, his career. The thing is, he's never even used drugs. When businesses get hurt by drug abuse, everyone takes the hit. Call about our drug-free workplace program.
In hospital emergency rooms, there's no time for indecision. Emergency room doctors have to rely on medicines they know to be effective and safe. And in cases of sprains and strains, the pain reliever they recommend most is Advil, not Tylenol. Doctors know that 2 Advil work better on tough pain than any 2 extra-strength Tylenol. Emergency room doctors trust Advil to safely relieve pain. Shouldn't you?
L'Oreal brings you Color Endure Stay-On Lip Color that helps lips feel moisturized, not dry. Color Endure stays on you.
And only you.
Won't budge, won't smudge, just like true love.
Color endures.
Color Endure Stay-On Lip Color by L'Oreal.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
We do everything together. In this family, it's just me and Mom. We share responsibilities. We even share clothes. Money's tight. Everything's got to go further. Clothes have got to last, no matter how many times you wash them.
Introducing new Intensify Tide Ultra 2. A unique cleaning system helps wash away many tough stains better than regular detergents and helps keep cottons from fuzzing or fading.
When clothes look new, it's like a whole new attitude.
New Tide Ultra 2. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Now let's go into the mind of the profiler.
Jack of all trades is a serial killer, a twisted individual who is responsible for over 30 deaths. He targeted my family. He took away the only man I ever loved. Now he's coming for me. My hiding out. I'm gonna stop him.
He hates women.
He started it, so it's up to me to finish it.
Profiler, Saturdays on NBC.
In 30 minutes from New York, it's the best of Saturday Night Live from the 96th season. Your local news is next.
Tonight, a multi-million-dollar Powerball jackpot could be yours.
Hi, everybody. Mike Pace with you. This is America's biggest jackpot game. $13.2 million. That's on the line for you tonight. Lots of winners, of course. These folks picked up $100,000 apiece. 9 different prizes that you can win when you play Powerball. So good luck. Check those tickets. Away we go with number 20, number 44, the next ball. And there is 42. Remember, if we don't give it away, that 13.2 can become $16 million for next time. There's 24, and there is 21. So there are the white balls. The Powerball is next, and here it is, number 18. Here's a quick review. Good luck. 20, 44, 42, 24, and 21. 18 is the Powerball. If we don't give it away, it gets better till someone becomes a multimillionaire. Have a safe, happy holiday.
You're watching the station that cares for you. KWQC TV6 Quad Cities. Live from the Quad Cities' #1 station for news, this is KWQC TV6 News at 10.